So very
Rich and
cozy
we're live.
in our Crown condo. We are live. Thanks everyone for joining. It's Ann, Mike, Gabriel. I look at Mike, Gabriel and said Mike.
Yeah,
Well, we
I
look
do that all the
we
time.
look exactly the same, so it's
But
all
it's
good.
fun to be here every Wednesday. We said we were gonna do the
Yes.
lives from the project, and I don't know if you can see. I can't see what the camera sees, but in the background there, we can see a nice view. This is one of the units. This is the 5.5.
Four
Is
and a
it
half.
four
It's a
and a
four and
half?
a half.
Four
It's
and a
four and
half.
a half.
So two bedrooms, two bathrooms.
It's
Uh,
around 1100 square
it's
Square
feet.
feet.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I really like this one. Great
Windows are
lighting.
insane.
Yeah. So a cool topic. Well, I don't know, Mike. You came up with the subject. Maybe you want to
So
introduce it.
apparently Mike is rich.
Actually, no. It's trying to compare a rich broker to a poor broker. What are the differences and the challenges that?
Yeah, but what does it mean? Define it. More go in detail.
Well, like for instance, a broker that's starting out might not have all the financial capabilities to be able to maneuver as well as a broker that probably has more money, more experience, and everything else.
Can you, when if you do not have money, young as a young broker, as a young in your
In years
practice,
of experience, yeah.
can you challenge the big boys? Can you shake things up with the big boys, or
Well,
the when I say big boys, or women that are
you can be
succeeding?
rich in time.
The big women. Is that what you said?
No, but the big players. What I meant.
I'd
You
say
can
yes.
be rich with your time. You
Exactly.
can be richer in time, not necessarily just financial. And so you need two things. You need time and or money,
Yeah.
or both. So the money will expedite or speed up or give you a greater reach, but time is what you really need. So it's not about the money. Yes, it's gonna most probably help you speed it up, but it's not that critical in the beginning. Most brokers, Gabriel, would you not say they don't have big budgets for marketing, as an
No,
example?
that's the one thing that they have actually on top of their competition that's well established is time. So what they do with that time is going to make all the difference in
Yeah.
if they're going to stay as a poor broker or if they're going to head up to new skies.
So you could be rich, Mike, in a non-financial way. You can be rich with time. You can be rich with output,
Okay.
creativity. Rich with creativity, I would say, is the
Rich.
most important thing. Which
But if you would
I
take
think
two brokers that graduate, one of them has daddy's money,
Oh,
the other one has no money.
the no money,
Are they starting on the same playing field?
the no money guy girl will win.
I'll put it in a
why?
nicer. I'll put it in
Why
a
do you say
nicer
that?
way because that was all broken. What is it? It's hard work will always be talent. No, what is it? What is it?
See,
Talent without hard work will never.
So
yeah,
you were
yeah.
What
saying
is it?
that
What is it? No,
you
no,
Yeah,
no,
wasn't
no.
exactly.
saying
We're
well.
not communicating it well, but you can't even make the
Right,
sentence.
Gabriel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. Yeah, exactly. You're
No, no,
right.
but I know what you mean. There's a
Hard,
saying
yeah,
which
hard work wins.
maybe someone, if you're watching, you know what actually is the right
Hard
saying.
work wins when talent won't. Something like that.
There you go. But yeah, so it's not about the money. It's about the time. It's about what you do with it. It's how creative you are. And I think that's going to be the most important thing. What do you think, Jeff?
I guess you guys are right. No, I know. You're right, but at the same time, I will have to disagree because unfortunately, money can bring you very far in that business. So
So
when I
you're
mean
saying
by
you need money
no,
and a
that's not
lot
what
of
I'm
it.
saying. But in your example, you're saying that if you don't have money versus the person that do have money, most of the time, or the non-money will
No
win.
money in what? Maybe we should clarify there.
So
Money
that's
into what? Money into put into what? Your
I'm
It's
talking.
your
business?
I'm
business.
talking
No,
if
but in what sense? In
you
your
have
office
the
fees,
money
your
in the bank account and
yeah.
you're able to hire whoever is going to put that your visibility forward, put you forward, even though you don't know what you're doing, even though you don't have any talent or
What? You're
whatsoever.
saying that's good?
Well, if I'm a new broker and
Just but tell me the yes or the no,
I have a
because
lot of money
yeah, but you
and
don't
I
know what
have
you're
no
doing and
idea
you're
no idea
hiring
where
anybody.
I'm hiring not anybody. I'm just hiring people that know how to do it.
But
I'm
how,
sure I'll
if you
do a
don't
good
know how
job.
to do it, how do you know you're hiring the right people?
Well, if those
Bam,
example what we are
You can
talking
hire a
yesterday,
consultant. A
yesterday,
consultant.
bam.
no. You remember yesterday our conversation? We said whoever you hire, whoever you decide to have a coach or has a mentor, what
Yeah,
do? You do the whole
you got to check
background
their
check,
background.
right? So
Yes.
the same thing for whoever you hire. So if I don't have no idea what is marketing, I'm gonna and I have all the money in the world, I'm just gonna hire whoever is the company that makes it happen for the big boys or the big players and make it happen, make the same thing happen for myself. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I think it's a simplified approach. I think that theoretically it makes sense, but I still think today, right now, this minute, that it's important that you have done it. So I would say, even if you have the money, thank you, Gabriel, for that. You need to be doing the doing. You need to develop that muscle of the doing with no money to get the traction into your business. I think it's going to help. Maybe I'm saying that because that was my case. I didn't have money to spend when I started. I didn't have no money, zero. I didn't know that I needed money. That's how ignorant I was. I was 24 years old. I just jumped in and
But at the same time, do you have to learn to do everything? You have to understand every facet.
well,
of
not
the
forever, but you should certainly understand, like social media stuff as an example.
Yes.
Like yeah, a lot of company approaches broker. They say, well, we're gonna do it for you, but you need some basic understanding of what the strategy is or what you're trying to accomplish and what the specialist is saying, because everybody for right now is a social media specialist. Everyone in the world
But
proclaims
while
themselves.
the time that you're spending of learning the actual machine, the learning.
Yeah, but
the
it doesn't
the
take
whole-
time. Like, how long does it take to learn that thing? You go on Google machine, you go check it out, you Google the whatever, you look at 2, 3, 7 videos, you got the
Yeah,
basics
but you're a
covered.
quick learner.
No.
But when you compare it, like Gabriel, it'll take him 5 times more than you.
Gabriel is a good example. Let's talk about him more specifically now.
Should I stay for this? I'm
No,
already
but you're not
choking.
a greatly educated individual in the schooling sense. I'm saying it with
burning inside,
guys. I didn't go to CGEP. I didn't go to university, so I'm not saying anything bad here. I'm saying you're educated in your experience with the public. You're educated in your own way by reading. You read a lot. You watch a lot of the Google stuff. It's a compliment.
Is it really?
It is, but
Is
you
it really?
you learned by the doing. You learned by the sheer brute force and discipline of doing, which is a good thing. You've developed that muscle skill. Mike, what do you think?
Yeah, you develop the muscle skill, but in the end, I still find that if you take two people that have equally the same amount of education, maybe a comparative, amount of brains, I still think that the person that has the finances might be able to have an edge on them. It's just like somebody who says he wants to open a restaurant. You could be the best cook in the world, but if you have no one to back you up,
Yeah.
it's going to be hard for you to open out.
So you have all this money in the world, but you don't have the knowledge. Are we agreeing it's going to be a problem?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, definitely.
Jeff is not maybe
I
agreeing,
know,
but
that part I do agree. But
that's
it
what we're
doesn't.
saying.
It won't prevent you from not
No.
succeeding.
so
So
if you're
see-
a broker or a future broker and you're thinking, oh, I don't have the money, it's going to be hard, it's going to be challenging. I can tell you, I didn't have no money, and look at me today. Gabriel had no money. I'm assuming here, we never had the conversation, but I don't think you did. Did you have a ton of money before you started?
Before I started, no.
No. Mike, did you have any money before you started?
No,
So there you go. So it's not a necessary thing.
but I did.
Far
I
from it.
did get into debt
Me too.
starting out.
That's a
Like
topic
any-
right
any
there.
Yeah.
business- Yes, you're right. Because we talked about it yesterday,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I want to talk about that. Maybe we can talk about it now. I don't know. Are we running late?
We're running late for today, but let's
Okay,
talk about.
So we'll keep it.
Let's write a note tomorrow. Let's talk about that.
Is anybody looking at the comments? Anybody
Yeah,
there?
yeah. Well, while we are, what we'll do, we'll talk about our crown project.
Yeah.
As we said, every Wednesday, we'll be here recording our lives. So you guys are welcome to join if ever you are in the area. Just come see us, come say hi, come visit the model house. So this project is exclusive to Relo Group, Wyler Group, Meller Group. My gosh, it's a tough one.
Royal
today.
LePage Meller Group.
It's a tough one. Thank you very much, Gabriel. Okay. And yeah, so exclusive to our members and brokers. So if ever you have any question into how to become a member or a broker from the Meller Group, just reach out 514-443-6466, and we'll share this video of the model house. So we're back once again. Exclusive project from exclusive to Royal Lepage Meller Group members and brokers. So again, if ever you're interested for a visit, we'll share the link below this video, this live, and reach out 514-443-6466.
So I want to hear from the brokers watching if they when they started, did they have money? Did they not have money?
So we have a question, not a question, but more of a comment
Or
here. Julian says, when you come from a poor background, you get to develop necessary skills to overview whoever you eventually hire.
That's a
That's
good
true.
point. That's
That's true.
true. One thing I used to say, and now I'm afraid to say it, but I'm going to say it anyways.
Go ahead.
It's not necessarily good what I'm going to say, so be ready. But I used to say to myself that brokers that were too educated were going to struggle in real estate. And this is what I had
Why?
seen from my experience as a in the industry and as an agency director. The ones that came with too much knowledge, school wise, like too educated, university style, they had a harder time than someone like myself that has absolutely zero formal education, but that grew up with the public in sales position, always from 7 years old. I had to handle and deal with public. Same for you, Gabriel. Mike, I don't know,
Is it
but
because they overanalyze, or is it because of the experience that was gained? That gives them
I
an
think
edge?
school puts you in this squared position boxing, and it has to be this way. The engineer,
School
black
teaches
and
you to
white.
be an employee. Yeah.
Say that again, please.
Yeah, school teaches you to be an employee. That's how it's always been.
I think I would agree with that, even though I didn't go to school, so maybe I shouldn't. But I used to say that, and I think I still agree with what my statement is now. Don't be all insulted or offended if you're succeeding, and and maybe tell me, comment, and let's talk about it because maybe I'm wrong, and I like to be told that hey, you made a mistake. But in my own experience, Sis, it's the ones that have great success are the ones that have a lesser formal education.
I think you're right, and to the extent who of that person that is educated doesn't have entrepreneurial side or entrepreneurial.
There might be more
reflexes.
limitation on that creative
Exactly. So
creativity.
I do think that whoever has
They have
an
barriers, boundaries.
yes, but whoever has an entrepreneur, either background or experience or instinct,
Yeah.
I will disagree.
What?
Or I will disagree with your point. Whoever's educated
Yes.
but have an entrepreneur backs.
Oh yeah, yeah,
reflexes,
yeah.
yeah.
Yes,
These-
yes,
for
but
these
it
ones, yeah.
it eliminates quite a substantial
You're
amount of
right.
people. What do you think, Mike?
Well, I agree. I mean, to an extent, I mean, if you're going to be an engineer and you've learned everything in engineering, and all of a sudden
No.
you move
But I just generally speaking about going.
About
Did you
education?
because you must
Yeah,
have told me this.
I
I
went
should
to
know.
university.
Oh, that's disappointing.
But I mean, it all depends on your mindset. Some people are going to they're going to go to university, they're going to use marketing, and they're going to use the knowledge that they've gained there in order for them to start their business regardless.
All
So
depends, yeah.
there are pieces that you do learn in school, but to apply it on the field, it's different. It's like becoming a broker. When you became a
Yeah.
broker, you did all this studying, and
Yeah,
then
that's
when you
true.
got on the field, you're like, oh,
Correct.
it's totally different.
I agree. That's a good
right.
point.
That's right.
I think the expression is that formal education will make you a living, but that self education will make you a life.
It's beautiful with your quotes today.
Yeah, but
Quote
but
Gabriel
but I still think that any type of education will allow you any type of knowledge. So either from a school background or from a more of a experience background, any type of background that and you allow yourself to learn from it and to get better at it
Yeah.
and to become an entrepreneur, especially in this
Maybe
type
that's
of
one of the
journey,
things
you will succeed no matter what.
that might be one of the
Because
things
knowledge
that-
is knowledge is knowledge. Knowledge is power, guys.
Power.
Knowledge is power.
What
He
you
has,
got to do?
It's Yad's reflex though.
No, you just cut him off.
No,
you, just, you just talk over.
just
him.
talk-
Talk louder.
You said knowledge
then,
is power.
you know what?
You said knowledge is power, right? But I can flip that actually. It's not true
Flip
that
it.
knowledge is power. Applied knowledge is power.
That's right.
You're
Because you can know-
100%
You can know everything
Right.
from university, from
Yes.
PhDs and so on. If you don't know how to apply it,
I agree.
Self-help or what's it called, online
self-development.
course,
Yeah.
self-development is a $1 billion a day industry.
Yeah,
A
Yes.
$1 billion a day per day,
That's
not per
insane.
year, per day. Because
That's
why?
insane.
People buy knowledge or want to buy the courses, the books, but they don't apply it. Because if they did apply, it wouldn't be a $1 billion a day business, right? You get
Yeah.
it? You
Yeah.
follow?
Absolutely. So let's wrap it up on this point. So thank you again, fellas. We're gonna join today. It's a bit reverse. We started with the English version. We'll come back for the French version in a couple of minutes. And meanwhile, you can enjoy our contest. 100th episode today. I think we're at 84 episode, guys.
Getting close.
So it's getting close. So 100th episode, we'll draw a winner for $10,000 of Apple products. So listen to the video, and we'll see you in a couple of minutes.
You want to win $10,000 worth of Apple products? It's simple. Stay tuned for the 100th episode of The Growth Show. For every like, share, comment, and subscription, you get an extra entry to our contest.